Okay, let's talk about chemical stressors. So after my recent stories, I've got a couple of questions, and I figured this was probably a good chance to explain a little bit about the different types of stressors and specifically chemical stressors. So we're talking about stress on the body, and again, like I mentioned in my stories, a lot of times people just think it's like day-to-day stress, right? Like, you have a stressful job or stressful relationship, whatever, and that's causing stress in the body. And while that's true, there are actually other things that cause stress as well, that cause stress on the body. And specifically, when we're talking about chemical stressors, this is something that we don't often think about, like the long-term implications of these things on the body. So we're talking about chemical stressors, we're talking about things like chemicals in your cleaning products or chemicals in your cosmetics or personal care products or detergent, just environmental pollutants just from going outside, dust and things that you're inhaling, things like that. Those are chemical stressors on the body. In addition to that, you can also have chemical stressors from food that you eat. So if you have any sort of food intolerance, your body is going to treat that food as a stressor on the body, as a chemical stressor, because your body either, lacks the enzymes or whatever to break it down properly. So your body is going to react. So when you're consistently eating those foods that your body is intolerant to, then you're going to cause damage to the body because it's reacting as if it was a stress on the body. So when we're talking about chemical stressors, our body obviously naturally has ways to detox itself, right? Detoxify itself. And we hear a lot about, liver and kidneys, which are super important organs. But when we're talking about long-term exposure to these, this is when it becomes a problem because, first of all, yes, our liver and kidneys are great at detoxifying the body, and that's what they're for. But when when there's congestion in the liver, when there's some dysfunction going on, when there are certain enzymes that aren't working properly, when there's certain things that aren't working right in your organ systems, then it doesn't detox as it should, and it's not getting rid of all the things. So a lot of times we're either letting things just kind of float around in the body, your body can't get rid of it, or it's going to cause things like oxidative stress, which is stress, it's damage to your cells. When we get damage to the cells, it's going to damage the tissues. When it gets damage to the tissues, it's going to affect your organs. When it affects your organs, it's going to affect your organ systems, like your digestive system or your endocrine system or your reproductive system. So it all starts from the little small damage over time to your cells. So that's why it's so important to be mindful of the chemical stressors on the body, because it's just chronic exposure to them over time that's really causing the issues. And so when we're looking at, oh good, I'm so glad. When you're looking at healing this and taking care of this is why we talk about, eating organic foods when it's possible, buying, clean home, cleaning products for your home and detergents and personal care products, all those things, because again, you're limiting your exposure to these chemical stressors as much as possible. And that's going to be what limits that oxidative stress in the body, which is what is kind of this cascade into other things. So let me know if you have any questions about chemical stressors. And to remind you, I have a masterclass happening next week where I'm talking all about stress in the body. I'm talking about how to fix your gut and your cortisol levels in every area of the body, how you can manage it, how you can prevent it, and then how you can repair the damage that's already been done. So message me if you want the link to the masterclass. It's happening next week, and I'll see y'all later.